Yo, what's good, my fellow deadheads? Your overlord has returned. Today, we're going to be covering another JJK Phantom Parade video. As you guys can see here, I'm actually on the Japanese side of things today. I typically don't cover the JP side of stuff, but I mean, the 1.5 anniversary is huge. And also, the 1.5 anniversary on the Japanese version may very well be Global's first anniversary. So, global players definitely lock in and pay attention to this as well, because this is kind of going to show you who we're going to be getting. Well, we don't know who the characters for the anniversary 1.5 anniversary are yet, but the 1.5 anniversary in general is going to be letting you know, should you be really summoning on these characters that are in between the half anniversary and the first anniversary for global, because yes, that stretch of characters was a lot better in my opinion. Like, each character just kind of like bar for bar, right? If you were to take all of the characters that released at the start before the half anniversary for global, so before the first anniversary for JP, and look at all the units who have been releasing after the first anniversary for JP, I would say that all of the characters that have released after the first anniversary on JP have been a lot more interesting in my opinion. Not even just interesting, like actually just competent, actually just good, right? Like, it seems like a lot of the other characters just really sucked at first and they were just trying to kind of fill out the roster of the game, right? But now we're to that point where they can actually just, every character they release can basically just be a good character, because we obviously don't have every single named character in the game, but at this point, every not named character in the game so far, like they're allowed to be cracked when they come into the game, right? Like Mei, for instance, right? Mei is good, right? But she's not, oh my god, I need to drain my stones, I need to drain my cubes. Like, she's not that good, right? But she's cool. She's an option, maybe if you don't have something else. But there were definitely other things that you could have summoned for before to put yourself in a position where you were prepared and did not need her. And that's how a lot of the characters are that come out after the first anniversary. They're really good, but you don't need them. And if you have somebody else from before, they're still pretty good. And the older character that you probably have already is closer to an SP update than the newer character is. So it's just a lot of extra semantics that I think go into it. I'm gonna translate this first, then we're gonna go ahead and just look over the trailer. Teaser preview released. Thanks for all our players. Fun Parade will be celebrating its 1.5 year anniversary on Wednesday, May 21st. That is actually 1 year and 6 months away from the actual start date of the game. Not like Global, where they decided to start the half anniversary early on April 25th, even though the half anniversary literally does not start for the global version until May 7th. But realistically, if they're trying to sync both versions of the game, it doesn't really matter when they start global celebrations, as long as it's in that same time range. But in all reality, and I'm glad they didn't do this, but in all reality, if they were trying to start inching closer and closer to a sync up of the game, then the anniversary would have started a little later than May 6th, right, on the global version, if they were trying to start getting things towards that sync. But it looks like they're going to just let both games hold their schedules as they already do, and then they'll just kind of like cross that bridge when they get there after the second year anniversary for JP or the first year anniversary for global. For the 1.5 anniversary, we plan to hold a Tamabun event. Please look forward to the future information releases. So guys, I look up Tamabun and it just looks like the Steam kind of like dumplings type of deal. It looks kind of like Bao in my opinion. Gudetama Liu Shabao. Yeah, right? So it looks like Bao, to be honest. And also, as soon as I heard Tamabuns, I instantly thought of, I just saw her. I did actually instantly think of Otama from One Piece, because she literally pulls like little, are they called dango, off her cheeks, and she feeds them to animals, and the animals like have to listen to her. So like, it just seems like some celebratory type of thing. I feel like this is more of a celebratory food. Now, I've never been to Japan, so I've not been in a celebration in Japan and seen Tamabuns just chilling in the celebration, but like, I still feel like this is more of like a celebratory food, and it could be a regular food. Until I go to Japan and explore it for myself, I will not know, but still. And you can also see, like, she's wearing a kimono. This person right here particularly, I'm just reaching at random points, I guess, but like, I feel like a celebratory food. I don't know. So fitting, I guess. I don't know. Let's look at the trailer here. So I try, and I'm playing it without the sound. I'm sorry, because I feel like it's I think the music in the background is copyrighted. I think it's actually from the anime, or maybe I just watched the Gojo Get Sealed scene a couple times this morning, just to kind of confirm, like, because when Gojo gets sealed in the prison realm, his memories of him and Suguru flash through his mind, and that's how he gets caught in the prison realm. So that is one of the things that I want to talk about for this right here. This video is not for me to really cover the 1.5 and preview, teaser, whatever. 1,000,001 content creators who actually play the JP version or keep up with the JP version more than I do have already done that. I wanted to make 2 points in this video and just leave y'all to consider these things, leave y'all to think about this. I guess I'm basically just gonna let this loop in the background so it can be just kind of like something interesting in the background to look at while I'm talking. But the first point that I want to make about the 1.5 anniversary is people seem to be kind of like 50-50 on whether they are excited for this or not. And I'm just like, how could you not be excited for this? It's just another JJK Phantom Parade anniversary. And not only that, it is an anniversary that neither global or JP players know anything about. Like the global anniversaries until the games are synced up are going to be not mid, but like the intensity, the hype is just not gonna be there. Just simply due to the fact that like every anniversary that we're gonna have on global until we get caught up with the other version is gonna be characters that we know what they are. So there is no surprises for the global version. Realistically, it's just a game of saving and waiting, right? And hoping for the best. But games can be a little bit boring whenever you have to take that method, that strategy. But it's only for like another year at this point, I'm pretty sure. So it is not a bad thing to backtrack in the story mode for celebrations and just for characters. The entire story is free range, free use, and it does not mean that they have to continue through the story like chugging along the entire time. Guys, I want y'all to understand that when the game started, they had an original story that was like kind of mixed into the main story, even without doing the main story 100% and trying to maintain an original story and eventually backseating the original story and putting it down. Even with all those extra factors, we are still like 94 chapters into the story right now. Like where we're at in the game is about 94 chapters into the manga, guys. I went and checked it when I was live the other day, and the manga only has 271 chapters. So we're like literally 33.01% through the story already. In 1.5 years for the JP version, right? And everybody's like, man, I want Shibuya Gojo or Toji or this or this or that. And I'm just like, yo, I'll speak more on that on my second point, but it is, again, not bad that they're backtracking because JJK is a short story. Do you want JJK Phantom Parade to give you all the characters that you want in canonical order and end as fast as possible? Because the book is only 270 chapters long, guys. It's not a long story. Give me 1 second here. To give y'all perspective, Jujutsu Kaisen is literally only 271 chapters. We're already 33% through the story. Another story that I'm going to compare this to, right, is Seven Deadly Sins, right? Grand Cross lasted for a very long time, or is still going. And now they're finally into the Four Nights of Apocalypse stuff, but like I don't even really say that because like they are pussyfooting around dropping those units. They are being so scared about it and still dropping lame ass original characters nobody cares about. The difference in between that and JJK is I actually thought that they didn't overwhelm us with too many original characters to a point where I got tired of them. Nobody's hype about Ragnarok anymore. Be real, bro. All Ragnarok does is subtract the amount of resources that they are putting into actual hype characters. Who cares about Ragnarok characters? Like, our first introduction to these characters is a story mode in the game versus we've already have so much built with these characters from the actual series and shit. But that's another video, another point. All I'm making the point is that Grand Cross is literally longer than Seven Deadly Sins, and still to maintain how long it's been going, they have still had to do things like make original characters and make original side stories. Now, they also do collabs, which also adds to their longevity because that gives them times where they don't have to do anything about the story and it can just be a completely different story while they cook on the background for the story, so they can come back even harder than before the collab came along, right? But again, JJK is a much shorter story than that. It's a whole 70 chapters less, 75 chapters less, right? And when it goes chapter to chapter, 75 makes a big difference. So guys, I repeat, it is not a bad thing that we are backtracking for this. It is okay to backtrack. They will still continue forward in the story, yes. And you will still get really hyped characters you want, yes. The only thing that it requires to get those characters is, oh, what? Patience. Oh, yes. Just be patient and you'll get all the characters that you want. They have to do them at some point. This is a game based on JJK, and they, as a company, need to make money. So, do you think they won't use big money maker characters at some point? Yes, they will. Everybody just needs to breathe. It'll be okay. Because even if the anniversary is completely hidden inventory, right after, we're just right back to the Shibuya incident. The anniversary lasts for a month, bro. You will be okay for a month of still getting characters who are going to be cracked. Even though they're not the character you want, the characters are still going to be cracked because they're anniversary characters. The characters are still going to be hype because people are acting like they're not hype for this. But as soon as the characters drop and they read their kits, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, I need this. So it's just like, I don't understand why people are 50-50 on this. At the end of the day, an anniversary is an anniversary is an anniversary. Now, it'd be different if like, it was like, okay, the anniversary character is like, it's like, Nobara with a fucking hole in her head. Like, oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, let's get anniversary bottom half of Nami after Mahito fucks his torso. Like, it's just like literally you would have to make characters who are thought to be like fucking dead or something, or who have been clearly, obviously, overwhelmingly defeated for the anniversary banners to not be hype. Because then you're just like, people are just looking like, what are you doing, right? Literally, yeah, what are you doing? But like, you can make anything an anniversary character, and as long as it's cracked, people are not gonna complain. Like, that's the gacha effect. Oh, I want this character. Oh, I want this character. This character isn't hype. The fucking information drops for the character. Their animations are saucy and they hit really hard. All people got to see is a big number and their mind is changed. They are converted to the cult of, okay, this celebration's cool, right? The celebratory cool guy cult. That's what it's called, right? That's the cult that you join whenever you say you don't want these certain characters for a certain celebration, and then you get into the celebration. You're just like, actually, I'm cool with this. Right? You're going to have an instant switch, instant change of heart. Now, the second point that I want to make. Literally, Gojo getting sealed in the prison realm during the Shibuya incident, which we're already at in the story, because by the point that they're trying to get rid of the veil with the people who are on the top and Toji comes back and all that shit, right? Literally at a point in that fight, Yuji and Megumi tried to bluff with the old dude that they're fighting. I forgot his name because he's so irrelevant. They tried with the inverted curse technique. They tried to bluff with him and say that Gojo was here in Shibuya, and he's like, "You dummy! I already know Gojo's sealed." So Gojo's already sealed in the story. Okay, cool. It is what it is. But one major piece of the recipe, the most major piece of the recipe, is the fact of Geto, in Gojo's history. Quite literally, for the prison realm to seal somebody, a minute has to pass in their mind. And without Gojo and Geto's history, without Gojo seeing Suguru Geto's body, he would have never been trapped in that prison realm. Because Gojo probably could have made it away. Because even when Gojo looked at the prison realm directly, he literally started to walk away. And as he started to walk away, he turns around, he sees Geto. Or Kenjaku in Geto's body, right? And quite literally, that initiates just not years, but I guess, from when they met each other in the Jujutsu school to all the way up to the point where Geto leaves the proper Jujutsu society and becomes the world's most dangerous curse user. Like, from that point on, that was probably over the course of years, or maybe it could have been all in that 1 year. The timetable on that shit just, it feels weird to me for some reason. But either way, you see all this stuff. Clearly more than a minute has passed in Gojo's mind. I tried to watch that scene over and over again where Gojo actually got sealed, just to see if there was a scene in that like memory flashing before Gojo's eyes where he saw, where they were like doing like some sparklers, like, you know, fireworks festival type of deal. I still feel like I saw this at some point in the anime. I just can't pinpoint exactly where. Or maybe it's that Mandela effect and I'm thinking that I saw it in the anime because I'm seeing it right here and it looks animated so well. But nonetheless, the entire linchpin of the plan of the Shibuya incident is Gojo's memories being brought back up from seeing Geto, and then Prison Realm is locked in on his ass, right? So, interesting idea or theory. I'm pretty sure I was watching a Lore Slug live stream. Shout out the homie. And he was saying, like, guys, what if the first part is, and if he didn't say this, I'm sorry, Slug, but I thought I heard you say this, right? What if the first part of the anniversary is hidden inventory? Yes, but then the next part of the anniversary is, like, back to Shibuya. And I'm just like, yo, quite literally, when Gojo gets sealed, there is that brief moment where we see the memories flash and everything. So we could get like a hidden inventory character just to commemorate, you know, again, everything that built up to this moment, right? And then quite literally, we could switch back to Shibuya characters like afterwards. Like, everybody thinks that we're going to get a young Shoko, which would be cool. I personally think young Shoko didn't really do enough. It's just like, it's just bait at that point, right? But as long as she's good, she's good. So who cares? But people think there's going to be a young Shoko. There's literally a campaign they're doing right now on Twitter where they're just like, yo, try to guess who the 1.5 anniversary character is going to be, and you win 1,000 quo or something like that, or whatever currency, wherever it is, right? But imagine we got like an awakened Gojo, and we got like a young Shoko, and then like randomly for the third part of the celebration, right, we get like a Kenjaku or something random, just because Kenny is the one who trapped Gojo up and respiked these memories for him. And that would also be kind of like crazy too, because that would be like, okay, Shoko and Gojo would be like the where they were, and then Kenjaku would be like where one of them ended up or something like that. Like, it's the trio again, but just in a different way, which y'all might not be understanding that. I look at Gojo, Shoko, and Geto kind of like Jiraiya, Tsunade, and like Orochimaru type shit. Like, that's how I kind of like look at them, right? And you remember when those three, obviously they were students all together under the third Hokage. I haven't watched Naruto in so damn long. I might rewatch, I don't know. But you remember how they're all students under the third Hokage, and then literally you see them all later on, and they have to fight each other again in Naruto in a three-way deadlock. One of those type of situations, right? Where it's just like, okay, we see like where everybody ended up now. Obviously, all y'all were, you know, a team when y'all were kids. We all trained together. We were all the same squad. But like now, okay, one of you are, well, Gojo's always been the strongest, but even still, one of you are like definitively like the strongest, and you're just like a walking like one-man army. The other one is like the top healer of the entire series. And by the way, Shoko's healer archetype is actually pretty cracked, because even though she doesn't really go in and she has no battle capabilities, like, she understands her role, she understands her place, and she's smart. She's not gonna try to be around the battlefield or no stupid shit, just trying to look more useful or anything like that, right? None of that stupid shit, right? And yeah, obviously I just thought about Shoko and Sakura. I was like, Sakura's like, eh. But then, you know, Kenjaku or Geto is a fucking corpse. So like, yeah, that's where the team is now, right? And they just want to do something to commemorate that, I guess. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a Geto or something like that. And also, guys, this right here could just be a memory. This could be a memory, kind of commemorating like Gojo reminiscing on all the times him and Geto and Shoko shared together when they were younger as well. So I just am trying to make these points, because I'm just like, yo, everything is not always so clear cut with Billy. Like, and honestly, gacha games have been out for a very long time now, and other companies look at other companies and get ideas. So it's very obvious, you know, whenever you're doing something like your half anniversary or your anniversary, you do want to be a bit mysterious to keep that anticipation high, to keep that suspense high. And it would be an absolute curveball. Everybody right now is thinking like 1.5. It would be an absolute curveball if we got into that live stream and they were like, yo, the 1.5 anniversary is on Shibuya. We got your ass. This art that you're seeing is literally just a recollection bit for, because think about it. They're not doing a young Gojo, Geto, Shoko unit. 1.5 into the game? You think we're getting trio units and we ain't even got dual units yet? No, sir. They're not doing that shit. This has to be a recollection bit, bro. Has to be. Looks really good. It's already super well animated. Like they ready for that shit to be a recollection bit, bro. So I don't know, but that's the points that I wanted to make, guys. One, it is not bad for games to backtrack or not 100% just follow the continuity and keep going. Two, this may not necessarily be an entire hidden inventory celebration, or it could just not be hidden inventory at all, and we just have this recollection bit, and they're just throwing a goof at us right now. They're goofing us right now, chat. They could be like, development companies are evil. Pure evil. They will goof you. They will leave content out that you definitely deserve, because they keep giving you stuff that you have to pay money for, but not giving you the free-to-play stuff that you need. Cheeky Curse Explorer stage. Where the fuck is that? But I'm not here to rage or rant or nothing today. But guys, that is it for my talking points for this video. One more thing. Very crucial moment, guys. The shift is among us. I'm at 798 subscribers. 2 people could be subscriber number 799 and 800 today. I believe in y'all. I believe that y'all are not lazy people. Y'all watching this right now, I know that y'all go hard. I know that y'all are like Magic Knights. I know that y'all are sorcerers type shit. And I know that whenever y'all want to see something, y'all go and make that shit happen. Somebody out there, a lot of somebody's out there wants to see the Dead Man at 800. And so do I, to be honest. So, guys, go down below, subscribe, like, comment, whatever, and I'm gonna be real with you. It don't matter if you subscriber number 1, number 20, or 800. All of y'all are equally important to me, so I do appreciate y'all once more because the month of May / April, I guess, has been a very good month for my growth, and I'm just gonna continue to keep pushing, chat. But that is it for your boy, DEADMANVINCE. If you guys did like the video, go down below, smack the like button. If you did, wait, what? If you guys did enjoy the video, then go down below, hit that like button. You can also subscribe and hit the notification bell. And you can also go down below and comment and let me know, what do you think the characters will be? Do you think the celebration will be fully hidden inventory? Literally, whatever you feel like saying, go down there and say that shit. As long as you're not hating on somebody else. Because if you're hating on somebody else, that's just a waste of your resources, my man. But that's going to be it for your boy, DEADMANVINCE. Signing out. Love you guys.